Thank you, Mariel. What a fitting piece for our graduating high school seniors. Good morning, UUCA. My name is Dan Patterson. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm a proud member of the Board of Trustees. At Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, we are a congregation of people of all backgrounds, races, genders, sexual orientations, and disabilities and abilities, both seen and unseen. Whether this is your regular Sunday destination or you're joining us for the first time, whether you're here in person or participating online via the live stream, welcome. And thank you for being here this morning. I'm really excited to be here today for this year's teen service, where the high school youth group takes over worship and offers us a peek into their world. Be warned though, it's quite likely something you see or hear today will hit you right in the feels. Last month, I got to accompany about a dozen of our youth to West Virginia for a service trip. We spent 4 days at the Appalachian South Folk Life Center, preparing the grounds and facilities for their upcoming service work program. This program brings college, church, and civics groups to the Folk Life Center to learn about Appalachia and volunteer to work and help local people facing hardship. Let me tell you, we worked hard, but we also had fun together, away from the stress of school, work, and families. And I left West Virginia feeling tired and blessed to have spent time with this group, confident that they are already living our Unitarian Universalist values. A couple of quick announcements. Right after worship, there are two events. The first from 11:30 to 12:15 in the boardroom, which is out the sanctuary, and to the right is in the boardroom. The Climate Action Team is hosting a cupcake celebration to celebrate the completion of its action plan, which is a major step in the 2030 Green Sanctuary certification process with the UUA. Yeah. We'll see if we get the same amount of applause for this next one. The other event is from 11:45 to 12:45 in the volunteer room, where we're having the first of two listening sessions hosted by the board for the church's upcoming budget. The second session will be Wednesday. Thank you. There will be, if you can't make it in person today, there will be an online session Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Zoom. And there's a link for the Zoom meeting in the 515 Connections email. Thank you.
So you already heard the youth are taking over today. So get ready. You're ready. The youth of today, so bold, so bright, connected, informed, and always in sight. They speak their minds, they demand their rights, they strive for a world that's just and right. They face many challenges. It's real, it's true. But with courage and resilience, they push right through. They are the hope of tomorrow, the leaders of change. And their spirit and their energy will never, ever wane. Youth Sunday is an important Sunday. The Unitarian Universalist Church of Arlington, Virginia exists because we have folks here of all ages, all sizes, all shapes, all colors, all religions. And one of those groups of people is our youth. They are primarily downstairs and we don't see them. That is our loss. What they're going to do for us today is a gift. It's a celebration of the year that they've had. It's also a gift to us. So thank you all in advance for creating this service for us. And you guys out there, pay attention. These are the leaders of tomorrow. Let's take a moment to greet each other. Look to the right, look to the left, say hello to someone you came with, or say hello to someone new. let's reel it in. Please continue those conversations after the service in Fellowship Hall. Let's get started.
Good morning. My name is Ben Kerr. My pronouns are he, him. This morning's call to worship comes to us from Shel Silverstein. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by the fire, for we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. Let us worship together.
Who's next? Yes, go.
Hello, my name is Finn McLaughlin, and my pronouns are he, him. Each week, we light a candle of compassion to hold space for those in our world that are struggling. This week, we are thinking of those in our community, our neighbors, our friends, our parents who are living with uncertainty in their work life. Whether you have lost your job or are worried that you might, we are holding that instability for you today. If you are spending nights awake thinking about hard choices that might be ahead for you, we are holding that worry for you today. If you are sad about the possibility of leaving a community you have built over the years, we are holding that grief with you today. Today we light the chalice that the teen group lights each Sunday. It was made by the hands of Hopi potter Dee Satella as a gift to the UUCA youth many years ago. The images on our chalice are Hopi representations of a long, good life, safe journeys, healing, strength, protection, love, comfort, and blessings to everyone throughout the world. Join me as indicated in the order of service. We gather together as a community of memory and hope to celebrate life and its infinite possibilities for love. We light this chalice as a symbol of the light within every human heart. May our individual sparks meet and merge, bringing both light and warmth to the world. Rise in body or spirit and join us in the singing verses 1 and 4 of hymn 354 in your gray hymnal.
Several times a year, I get to stand on the chancel and welcome new people into our tribe. This is one of those times. Welcoming new members into the UUCA community is indeed a blessing and a joy, and it's something I look forward to. I would not be able to do this if we didn't have a community engagement manager named Nicole, who should come right up. So Nicole is one of those people that you see going around the corner. And what that means is she's always doing things and she's always in motion. She is always on her way to do something else to help serve this community. So having her up here with me to welcome new members really is a blessing. Would you like to say a few words?
Can everyone hear me okay? Okay. So I just want to say that we are thrilled to welcome these new members today. They've completed the 2 classes. They've done all the things, and some of them have even taken the time to get integrated into the community. So they're volunteering. They're doing all of these wonderful, wonderful things within UUCA. So let's just take the time to welcome them. And if all our members can please stand and make your way to the chancel here. Let's give them a hand.
Okay. Yeah, right across the front. Don't be shy, go in the middle. There you go. Wait, hold on one second.
Oh, thank you so much.
I'm Jessica. I'm Crystal.
I'm Logan.
I'm Steve.
I'm Julie.
I'm Ramin. I'm Nima.
I'm Sheree.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Greg.
I'm Katie. This is Evan.
Addie.
And
This is
Allie.
Addie.
And Allie. Excellent.
And we also have, who's not present on stage, is Nikit Desa, and we also
Nikit
have
Desa.
Catherine Patterson and their beautiful daughter, Meridian,
Thanks, Steve.
as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
There's a handy dandy yellow piece of paper in your order of service this morning. You're going to want that shortly, congregation. Ready, friends? Today, each of you has chosen to embrace the spirit of love, welcome, and understanding that flows through this church community. It is my hope that UUCA becomes a beacon of light that illuminates your pathway through life. We welcome you to this community, and we join you in this faith. Ours is a free church. We have no creeds. You are encouraged to share your ideas and beliefs with this community. I invite you to join us in the religious search for meaning and for purpose in life that's informed by our individual beliefs and the traditions of Unitarian Universalism. Will the members of the congregation please rise? In unison. We welcome you as we once welcomed ourselves. We strive to be open and inclusive, respecting your inherent dignity, ideas, and vision, both in times of ease and in times of difficulty. New members? While we may not live up to our ideals, we ask that you recognize our humanity. When we fall short, please stay in relationship with us and help us continue to carry the spirit of love. Congregation. We welcome you as equal members of this congregation, of this faith, and as partners on our shared spiritual journey. Friends, we welcome you. We welcome you to the UUCA community with enormous joy. Congregants, make sure you take a moment to stop by Fellowship Hall and welcome these folks individually to our tribe. Applause. Welcome, 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 welcome. You're welcome. Welcome aboard. Welcome. Thank you. Oh, and there's cake afterwards, too.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Leanne Williams. My pronouns are she, her, and it is my great joy and pleasure to serve this congregation as Director of Faith Development. It is indeed a full and festive Sunday this morning. Thank you for being here. And it is now my pleasure to offer thanks with so much joy, thanks to all of our religious education, our faith development volunteers. This would include our RE teachers, our adult RE teachers, our covenant group leaders, our OWL instructors, anyone who serves behind the scenes on our RE or OWL committees, all of these folks who are the very spirit of this shared community, this shared learning community. To those who fall into this category, I just want to say whether you taught Spirit Play, which is the class for our very littles, or led a workshop on the intersection of spirituality and justice, whether you facilitated a covenant group or served on a never-endless planning team, just know that your time and energy have shaped this congregation in meaningful, in deep, and lasting ways. These are the folks who have helped our children light their very first chalice in their circle. But it's also the people who have helped our adults grapple with big questions about the meaning of life and our purpose here in this moment. It's also the people who have guided our teens, who we are celebrating today, through conversations that will change and shape their lives. And all of this often before 11:30 in the morning. Often with coffee in their hands, donut glaze on their lips, and glitter on their shoes. These are the folks that have made space for laughter and questions and growth for people of every age. And I think we're all here to say that matters. In fact, that is one of the most sacred things we do within these walls. So whether you have taught one Sunday school class this year, or you've been on a team that showed up every month to hold that space, all of us here today say thank you. Just know you are part of something much bigger than just a classroom or a curriculum. You are helping build a faith that is curious, compassionate, and most of all, alive in this moment. So if you would join me now in saying thank you to these volunteers for their presence, their patience, their deep and generous hearts. They are what helps make our community shine. Thank you. And because it is a fabulous and festive Sunday, not only is there cake, but there are cookies and a gift of thank you at our tables in the back in Fellowship Hall. So if you fall into, again, to any of those categories, please stop by so we can thank you. Now it is my pleasure to dismiss with song, again, those very littles who are lighting their first chalices downstairs. Our preschool kindergartners and first graders down to class, second graders and older, you're going to stay in here for the fun. So we'll see the littles downstairs and continue to celebrate our youth throughout service.
Peace to you. On your way, may you grow in love each day, making new friends and opening your
Good morning. My name is Marcella Verchinsky, and I use they, she pronouns. Please join me this morning in prayer in the words of D. Scott Cooper. We bow our heads in order to imagine not one path, but many. We imagine a path forward for those who cannot imagine any path forward because of poor health, financial hardship, family crises, and other roadblocks we cannot begin to understand or imagine. We struggle to imagine a path forward for those who are forced to leave a homeland against their will, and for those who are unable to leave a war-torn homeland despite their lives being in danger. We imagine a path forward for those who leave their homes to make a better life for their families elsewhere. May we be a welcoming presence among that path toward hope. We come together to imagine a path forward for those of us despairing because we do not seem to know our country nor our neighbors, despite the fact that we have not moved at all. May we be the good that we hope to find as we travel side by side down the path toward hope. We imagine a path forward for those who feel lonely today. May we take one another's hands as we walk that path toward community. Truly, we know as we imagine these ways forward and we take one another's hands. These paths will lead to hope. These roads will lead to beloved community, and the arc will bend toward justice because we have dared to travel with the love that we have in our hearts. Please join us from your seats in singing the Spirit of Life.
Fuente de amor, ven hacia mí, y al corazón cantaré de compasión. Sobrevolará su la justicia de la vida. Arráigame, libérame, fuente de amor, ven a mí, ven a mí. Spirit of life, come unto me. Sing in my heart all the stirrings of compassion. Blow in the wind, rise in the sea. Move in the hand, giving life the shape of justice. Roots hold me close, wings set me free. Spirit of life, come to me, come to me.
My name is Winnie Gibson. My pronouns are he, him. The following is adapted from the words of Douglas Taylor. There is one word that is particularly vital to understanding people who are in some way different. One word that allows for the hospitality towards strangers to be real and authentic. One word for the work of being an ally to come alive. The word is imagination. Imagination is the critical piece of recognizing and honoring differences. There is no way to fully understand another person's experiences. Someone may be able to tell you about their experiences, but you can't fully understand them the way we like to think we can. In a very real way, we are each isolated within our own experiences. And that would be a dire scenario if that really were the end of the story. But all is not lost. There is hope through imagination. Imagination builds a bridge between what I know of my experiences and what you share with me of yours. This is why so much of religious language is built upon metaphors. Imagination is the bridge. There are a great many things I have not experienced. I don't know what it is like to have a parent die. I don't know what it is like to feel threatened because of my skin color or my religion. I don't know what it is like to be in prison. I don't know. I have never experienced any of these things. I can, however, gain enough of an understanding of each of those because I know how to listen and I have a good imagination. Stretch yourself. Imagine a new possibility. Begin where you are, listen to other people, entertain strangers in your midst, and stay open to the hope of new being bursting into your life in ways you've never imagined.
Good morning. My name is Alex Kerr, and I went on the service trip to West Virginia. As I reflected on the service trip to West Virginia, the memories flood back filled with gratitude and growth. The days were filled with hard work on various service projects, while the nights were spent connecting with each other and enjoying ourselves. The work was very rewarding and enriching as we gained small lessons from our friend, Greg. Stripped of our usual comforts and routines, we connected with each other on a deeper level. Shared meals, group activities, and the simple act of working together brought us all closer together and caused us to learn more about each other. Coming back, I carried not just the memories of the work that we did, but also the friendships and lessons learned. The trip to West Virginia was a powerful reminder the service is not just about giving back, but also about growing as individuals and building meaningful relationships that enrich our lives.
I often stand up here on Sunday and say these words: this is a community that gives. I've had several people ask me, well, how much do we actually give? On that handy dandy yellow piece of paper that you have with you today, if you turn it over, there's a list that talks about Share the Plate and how much we've collected this year. Through March, we have not added in, through February, we need to add March and April in yet. We've collected in excess of $60,000. 70% of that has gone to organizations in the community that meet our values and that our volunteers are able to go and help do their work. The Share the Plate program is integral to the expression of our faith. It is a tangible way for our congregation to be in relationship with organizations that share our values and respect or reflect our principles and our priorities. Share the Plate also nurtures a culture of generosity and deepens our congregation's understanding of social justice issues. In short, this is one of the ways we are changing the world, and our community is actively engaged in doing the work of justice. Share the Plate is vitally important. In this month of May, the Share the Plate recipient is Alianza's accompaniment. There's a little paragraph on your order of service, but what will help so much more in you understanding what that is if somebody comes up and tells us a little bit about that program. Marcia? We have a group of hardy volunteers that work with Alianza's accompaniment. Please tell us more, Marcia.
This month's Share the Plate will go to Alianza's Accompaniment Program, with the funds primarily supporting the international program of the Network in Solidarity with the People of Guatemala, NISGUA. A small portion also supports our partnership with local immigrants in the nearby Buckingham community. You all may remember the mayor of Concepcion's recent visit to thank you for your generous donations of musical instruments for a musical program in Guatemala. That was an example of our work with Buckingham. I'll let you read about what accompaniment means in your order of service, but I wanted to share a little of the history of our relationship with NISGUA. NISGUA started their work in Guatemala in 1981, and our partnership with NISGUA began in January of 2007. Since then, our church has sponsored 28 accompaniers, and as of last month, we are sponsoring our 29th and 30th, a couple, Ellie Stevens and Nick Conan. These accompaniers undergo an extensive historical, anti-racist, and anti-homophobic training and commit to work in Guatemala for at least 6 months, with many extending beyond that. UUC's relationship with NISGUA has been strengthened through 7 UUCA-organized delegation trips to Guatemala, and other members of our congregation have visited Guatemala with delegations organized by the UU Church in Colorado or other organizations. Since I have been here, 3 of our ministers have traveled to Guatemala as part of a delegation: Reverend Michael McGee, Reverend Linda Olson Peoples, and Reverend Aaron McKemrys. Reverend CTC, I hope you've got your passport updated, because we've got our eyes on you being the next person to go. We say this every year because it's true every year, but our continued support is absolutely critical. Although the democratically elected President Arevalo was able to be sworn in on January 15th, 2024, it was only after 106 days of continued protests. Early this month, NISGUA hosted a call with Alianzas, and we learned the 2 activists who had organized these protests had been arrested. Secretary of State Rubio's visit in April resulted in a promise of U.S. investment in Guatemalan ports. In exchange, there's always an exchange, for Guatemala's commitment to accept deportees, including non-Guatemalan deportees. So the situation is complicated. We also learned that many of the European countries who had previously been supporting their own accompaniers have withdrawn that support to concentrate their resources in Europe. UUCA has been supporting this vital work since 2007. With your generous donations, we can continue that support for many years to come. Please join us at our table in the Fellowship Hall, where you can sign up to become a part of Alianzas and/or to receive Ellie and Nick's friends and family letters, which they sent. They've been sending them on a weekly basis, but usually we get them on a monthly basis, and see some of Ellie's evocative illustrations. She's an illustrator, so they're wonderful. Hope to see you.
The Alianzas Accompaniment Program is just one program that we support. Your generosity in the offering goes a long way to continue to do the work of changing the world. Will the ushers please collect an offering? Please join me in the words to bless our offering. We bless and receive these gifts, opening our hearts to true generosity. And together, let us be grateful when we give, be it time, talent, or treasure. Let us be grateful for our needs and the experience of vulnerability. Let us be grateful for those who share their gifts to nurture this congregation. Thank you all.
Hi, my name is Ashley Johnson. My pronouns are she, her. I am the teen coordinator here at UUCA. Each Sunday, the teens gather with me and our teen advisors, Tyne Hudson, Valerie Shelton, and Jenny Swisher, for our own version of church. Sometimes that includes donuts, sometimes deep conversations, sometimes service, sometimes walks to the coffee shop on sunny spring mornings. I first met many of the current juniors and seniors when they were just 8th and 9th graders in our coming of age class. It was my first year volunteering in the RE department. We were all just emerging from COVID, from like those dark days of never leaving your house and figuring out how to be together again. I had initially volunteered to teach just as a way to give back to the community that had welcomed me and my 4-year-old at the time. What I didn't really expect was how much of a gift it has been by me answering Leanne's calls for volunteers. So insert a little shameless plug for if you're considering volunteering with RE next year, 100% endorse the experience. In those early Sunday mornings, I really began to understand the power of growing up UU, of being raised by a community that valued inclusivity and growth and honored whatever path you chose to walk. I got to hear those kids tackle big questions, like who am I? What does faith look like for me? What do I believe? In the years since then, I have continued to be impressed with their insight about the world we share, their ability to articulate their opinions, their capacity to disagree with each other without being disagreeable, and their willingness to engage in the challenges we all face at this time. I would like to offer a wholehearted congratulations to our graduating seniors and their families. It is such a special time for young people, an intersection of so many lasts with so many firsts. And of course, if parents and communities have done their job well, they are facing those moments with the perfect combination of independence, confidence, and the wisdom to know when to call in for backup. Even in the short time I have known them, I have seen that growth in our teens. Many members of the senior cohort have a long relationship with UUCA. They have grown up here. Some of you have been their RE teacher many years ago. Some of you definitely sat next to them while they wiggled impatiently during a service that felt a little too long in a pew that was not made for legs so short. Those of you that are here today, seniors, I have a little gift for you, so come find me after the service. I'm pleased to invite one of those in the senior cohort, Sean O'Neill, up to the pulpit to share a reading and a reflection with us this morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean O'Neill. My pronouns are he, him. And let me begin with the words of Emily Richardson. Some stories begin once upon a time or long, long ago, but other stories begin here and now. Those stories don't always have a clear direction. Sometimes they don't even have a clear beginning. What they do have is possibility. These are stories still in the making, stories that have yet to be fully written, stories with the potential to create change for good or ill. We won't know how the story ends until we get there, but we can decide what words we use to write those stories. Words like hope, kindness, gratitude, peace, courage, perseverance, joy, and love. Above all else, love. Now, before I cry, I would like to say that my reflection may get a little deep, and I would like to apologize in advance. So now I will begin. Yes, I'm a graduating senior, and I'm here to share my experiences and reflect on how those experiences shape who I am today, as well as imagine the endless possibilities my future has to offer. Before I get into everything, I'd like to give you a little background information. I'm 17, and in those 17 years, I've experienced many hardships. Now, there have been times in my life where I felt I'd be better off dead. There have been times where I felt so disconnected, so insignificant, that I thought that was the right decision. But I'm still here, and I have many people to thank for that. But as I reflect on these hardships, I wonder, what would my life be if I still had my dad? Would I still be the same person? And every time I ask that question, I come to the same result. No, I wouldn't be the same person. And then I ask, who would I be? I'd be the stereotypical teenager who fights with his dad just like my brother before me. I'd be distant from my family and make stupid decisions. And then I think, well, I don't want to be that way. I value my close relationship with my family, and I don't want to be angry. I've already lost enough. And I say all this because I want people to know you can't change the past, so why try? All you can do is appreciate who you are and how, although it may have been difficult, your past shaped you, and you are amazing. Now, I would like to talk about my future to end our time on a high note. No, I'm not going to college, at least not yet, but I do want to do something in the meantime. I know I love nature and I love volunteering, but I have no clue what I want to do. Now, this is where imagination comes into play. I love to just close my eyes and dream. Dream the world I wish to live in and what part I wish to play. Now, I invite you to rise in body or in spirit to sing hymn number 118 in our gray hymnal. Thank you.
Before we extinguish our chalice and do a benediction, I want to invite Leanne to come back up to the front. She has something she would like to share with us. Leanne? Somebody call Leanne. It's her moment. That's it, play music, that's good. No, not that music. No. Okay. So we're going, is she coming? She's coming. Thank you, David. She's not coming. She's not. No, she is. This is actually important. Thank you all for being patient. No, that's Nicole. That's not Leanne. There she is.
Anything this year, it has been growth in our youngest sector of children in religious education. So we have a bumper crop down there today. So I apologize. Thank you for holding space for me.
We did. It was wonderful. They were just waiting and waiting.
Waiting and waiting.
It was lovely, not a problem.
Church teaches us patience, if nothing else, in all kinds of ways, Rev CTC, doesn't it?
Yes. We have the saying Monday through Friday. What is it? It's just church. It's just church.
Relax. It's just church. There's so much grace here.
Yeah.
So Rev CTC and I have just a very small token of appreciation for Ashley, because she has done such beautiful work with our youth, both planning for this service and just in the time she's been with us and all of the beautiful things this year and in years past. And we just wanted to take this moment to say thank you yet again for a beautiful youth service and beautiful work with our teens. So Ashley, these are for you.
My name is Carmen Fabriger. My pronouns are she, her. Please join me as we extinguish our chalice this morning.
We extinguish this chalice, but not the light and warmth it represents. These we carry with us, bringing our sparks of love to the world.
For today's benediction, I offer an original piece titled Fine. People ask me, are you okay? That's such a common phrase nowadays. You see someone in distress, so you ask, are you okay? I let that sink in. Am I? Am I really okay? So I say, I'm fine. Yes, I'm fine. If F is feeling overwhelmed and mine's not all right, then yes, I am fine. If N is not able to sleep and E is for every night, then yes, I am fine. Someone once said you could only live once, so we all have a choice. We are all capable of choosing love or violence. We can either make a graveyard or a garden. We can choose to live or exist. We can grow or we can rot. We can do so many things, but it's up to us what we choose. You can only live once, so how about make it amazing? Make it fun, live your life, grow the garden, and choose peace.
Yeah. You guys should exit. Yep.
Sugar, dream needs believing to taste like the real thing, like some stranger you recognize. So pure, so electric, so sure, so connected to those little believers inside. May we all be so lucky. Our dreams are elusive, the kind we've gotten used to. It's nothing I can see, nothing I can hold, nothing I can have. Dreams come and they go, but hold them and keep them, but hold them and keep them. Know that you need them, and know that you need them. Your breaking points, all that you have. A dream is a soft place to land.